It was a beautiful spring day. Ha! Who am I kidding? This was England. The sky was grey, the wind was howling, and the rain was pouring. I was standing, staring upwards at the mountain in front of me, realising the only way for me to move forward was by going up. My plan? Run 28 marathons in 28 days. And I'd been running for about 28 minutes when it hit me. This was going to be a lot harder than I thought. Also, running along a mountainous coastal path with all of your camping gear on your back is a terrible idea. No, I've got this. I was going to do this by myself, even if it killed me. And to be honest, the way that I was feeling after 28 minutes, it probably would. Have you ever found yourself struggling to do something alone? Convinced that by accepting help, it was a sign of weakness? That was definitely me. Running my own business, I did everything from the sales to the accounts. No worries, I've got this. I insisted on fixing everything around the house. Usually badly, but still, I've got this. I truly believed that I could do anything that life threw at me. And that was until the day our daughter, Annabella, died at just 28 days old. Looking down at her body, suddenly realised I couldn't do anything. I couldn't save her. I couldn't bring her back. I didn't have this. Losing our baby was devastating. Seeing the pain in my wife's eyes made it even harder. So I did what I thought I had to. I got my grief and I pushed it deep down and got on with what I knew I could do, throwing myself back into work and trying to be strong and supportive for my family. My wife was different. She embraced support groups, spoke openly about her grief, and discovered the power of hugs, and slowly started to rebuild. 3 years passed and I saw a lightness return to her eyes and a smile return to her face. But I couldn't escape the darkness I pushed inside of me. I wanted to run away. So one day I did. You do know how crazy you sound when you say that, right, Chris? What do you mean? 28 marathons in 28 days, one for every day Annabella fought to live. Yes, but you want to do this alone, and you haven't even run one marathon, let alone 28 in a row. Of course, my wife was right, but I'd been training. Running had become somewhat of an outlet for me. And this is how I thought I was going to honour Annabella and raise some money for charities in her name. There was also ego too. I thought somehow I could fix myself by doing this and prove once again that I could do anything. There's that word again, I. Have you ever noticed how lonely it looks when you write it? Just one letter standing there, all by itself. And that's how I felt on the third day as I was struggling up another mountain. Every step, agony, that heavy bag on my back pulling me back with every step forward. This woman passed me, looking strong, confident, her shirt boldly saying, "Just do it." And by that time, my body was screaming, "Just don't." She saw that I was struggling and came back and started matching my pace, nudging me gently up the hill. As I got there, I collapsed over my bag and she came over and asked me what I was doing. And in a fit of exhaustion, everything just poured out. Annabella, my grief. And she looked at me and looked at my bag and said, "That's a heavy weight to be carrying with you." "That's okay, I've got this." "No, Chris, we've got this. You don't have to do this alone." And off she went with my bag. Of course, I followed, feeling lighter, both physically and emotionally. Over the days to come, other people found out what I was doing, and strangers would turn up with offers of food and accommodation. "We've got this," they would say as I tried to refuse them. Old people turned up with flasks. "Cup of tea, Sonny?" Bit weird, but this is England. And over tea they would ask me questions about Annabella. Friends, family, even my son joined to support me by running alongside me. "We've got this, Daddy." Every supportive gesture and shared story lightened the burden that I'd been carrying alone for so long. I used to think accepting help was a sign of weakness, but through this journey, through these people, I discovered the real weakness was suffering in silence when I didn't have to. At the end of the 28 days, exhausted, but never alone, nearly £10,000 was raised for charities in Annabella's name. And thinking it was all about me, I discovered the power of we. So, next time you're facing your own mountains, struggling to do something by yourself, stop. Look around you. You're not alone. Because together, we've got this.